I'm a finance guy. Somebody brings me a deal, some guy I don't know. He starts pitching me an amazing deal. The math looks good. What am I looking for when I start vetting the dude, right? The presenter.
Yeah.
This, we call it the sponsor, the general partner of these deals. What do I start looking for?
Well, when you talk to people who do investments, the first thing they do is rip off any page with words on it and just go to the Excel spreadsheet part at the back, like any legitimate guy that I know. I suppose girls, but guys that I know do that. Now, the next thing that you're doing all the time is you are evaluating who is putting this deal in front of you. And you may not even consciously know that you're doing it, but there's something inside of you, and we'll get into the science of this a little bit later, but there's something inside of you that's always sizing people up. And especially when they're wanting you to put your money on the line, you're making a judgment as to if this person is legit or not. And I know from your experiences, you have learned to ask some other questions about the other people that may be in the room around, who are also, quote, investors or potential investors. And what's going on is it goes on for all of us all the time. We are constantly making judgments about who's around us. And we don't often know what that information adds up to specifically, but we get a feeling. We get a feeling about it, like something's not right, or something just feels perfect here. And so my job is to train people who are super analytical, because you're kind of different than the average investment guy, because you have like the feelings and you're tuned into that. A lot of those investment guys are not. It's just dollars and cents to them. And to the extent that you make any deal just dollars and cents and take the feeling out of it, you are bound to lose money at some point, because it's my job to make sure that you don't rationalize away things and information and feelings that are right in front of you, right inside you, that can lead to big losses.
That's right. I mean, there is a saying, I'll stumble my way through it, but something to the effect of, spreadsheets are the best way to lie to somebody, right? Oh, yeah. You look at spreadsheets and you go, wow, this makes sense. Here's where it works. And then for someone like me, let's take a real estate deal, for example. I can go through a spreadsheet and I can see the BS numbers in half a second. But if it's, let's just say the numbers, the specific numbers are not quite BS. They're just a little elevated or just a little reduced, or, maybe there's a rounding error. That doesn't mean that sponsor is able to execute on those. It just means that those are in the normal parameters that I would expect to be in that spreadsheet for those, for a vacancy rate, for example, or an interest rate on a loan, or a CapEx or right. And me included, and I've been ripped off. I've had to sue somebody. My family's been ripped off. So my guard's up.
Yeah.
And I can still get blind. I am still blinded by optimism.
Yeah.
Right? I'm still blinded by greed. Greed is like an opaque blanket you can throw over many people's heads.